course, today I have an assistant babe who's going to be helping out with the news review, and it's Credible, Credible Fred Smith joining us this morning. Hi, Fred.
Hi, Animwa.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you? I'm
very well, thank you. I'm so happy that you're here with me. Are you ready for December, for Christmas?
Yes, I am. I am ready, especially because I have fully vaccinated, and so I'm free to go anywhere I want.
Anywhere you want.
All the cinemas, nightclubs, wherever I want to go.
Wow.
I can go,
So are you a little bit worried about Omicron, though? Because we really weren't expecting like a new strain, were we?
Yeah, this SARS-CoV-2 is very clever. It's a very intelligent virus. It's able to always change itself, but become more efficient each time it changes. You recall we had the beta, we had alpha, and we had a delta as well. Now, this we are told may even be worse than the delta.
Yeah.
The scientists are still studying. Let's wait and see what they will find. But the initial understanding is that Omicron can evade the current immunity that we've built. And if that, in fact, is confirmed, that would be really bad for the world.
Yeah, and that story kept on changing, because when it first came out, they did say that, oh, it looks like, your vaccinations will be able to cover it. It looks like even though it's more easily transmissible, it's not as bad. But obviously, it's a new virus, so we don't know.
Yeah, we have to study it and know how we can counter it. Maybe booster shots for those who are willing and are taking the vaccines. Yes.
Even though apparently AstraZeneca is also beginning to commercialize their vaccines.
And that will be good.
Yeah, so if you can afford it, then you can buy it. If you can't, then we're in trouble.
That would be around $10.
Yes.
That shouldn't be too
That shouldn't be too. That's about 63 Ghana cedis, and then cost of shipping, and all of that.
So say 100 cedis, you get a vaccine.
Plus the 1.75% the e-levy.
That's not in effect yet. Do that before January.
So do it before January. December is the vaccination month. But let's get into the newspapers. Maybe you want to start with the Ghanaian Times.
All right, I'm eager to start with the Ghanaian Times, because on the front page we have the president. He spoke at an event at the University of Ghana yesterday, and he says government is to break the law school monopoly. There are plans to enact a new legal professions law. You recall that was put before Parliament by the Attorney General. And the main point of disagreement now is the inclusion of the Chief Justice and other justices of the Supreme Court as well. That was discussed at this event yesterday. Other stories in the Ghanaian Times: 2022 budget approval, showdown in Parliament today. Showdown. Well, the majority is seeking to undo what happened on Friday.
Friday's so-called rejection.
So-called rejection.
They are even disproving that there was a rejection in the first place. Because they didn't reach the 183. So, it's like...
They didn't have quorum, but the issue with Parliament is that someone must raise the issue, So.
And apparently they raised the issue, and then the majority walked out. And there's somewhere in the book, it's a whole... They should just vote on the thing, They should just vote on it so that we know already.
And just yesterday, we understand there were talks between the two sides to try and reach some compromise before today's sitting. And so we highly anticipate a very tense discussion in Parliament House today.
Well, at least they're keeping us entertained. So.
Yes, the minority also lowering their demands.
Oh, they've gone from 5
to 3. Yes.
Okay.
All right. The other story is the Ghana Immigration Service seizes 1,490 slabs of weed at Atikpi. Suspects flee to Togo. I thought the border was closed. Okay. They went. The court orders arrest of Medina MP Francis Xavier Sosu. That was the story that broke yesterday morning. The back page: in Soyem Methodist Basic School gets 868,000 classroom block. Good news there. Upper East Region Quid Mothers want domestic violence fund resourced. Center Spread gives details about the president's strive to break the monopoly of the law school.
Oh, yes, that would be good, because we are tired of the drama every year.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, tired.
There's no football in the Times today. I love to talk about football.
Yesterday there was football, because I saw the boys gathering at the different places. Where did I go? I went to Honeysuckle. There was the Ballon d'Or.
The Ballon d'Or,
Yes, there was the Ballon d'Or.
Featured here. And Messi won it again. That's seventh time, and I don't think he deserved it.
You don't?
No, I don't think so.
Who do you think should have gotten
I think Lewandowski deserved it better than
Messi,
because Messi in the last season didn't do well.
Didn't do too well.
He moved to PSG this season, and he hasn't been effective as he's been at Barcelona. Yeah, so I don't think it should have been him, but I'm just thinking maybe it's just a goodbye to him.
I think so. Yeah. I think so too. And if it is, then it is well deserved.
Yes.
So I'd like to see Cristiano Ronaldo also, because he's done fantastic at Man U.
In the past, oh, really?
Yes, he has. He's done. I mean, I've seen.
You know how the Arsenal fans call him Mr. Doolittle.
Arsenal fans have the moral authority to talk about football.
Please go and check the league table.
Arsenal fans.
No, check the league table and see where Arsenal is.
Arsenal.
And check where Manchester United is so that we can talk.
No, Fred, you have to go into all the stories. Like
you want to
inside all the headlines.
Oh my God.
Please.
All right. So the IGP, this is page 3 I'm talking about, IGP and others have visited 17 police personnel who were involved in the Accra Somanya accident.
The accident, yeah.
Some were in hospital in Odumase, and others were taken to the regional hospital in Koforidua. So the understanding is that they're doing well.
Okay.
3 were in critical condition, as we were told. They're also doing well.
Oh, we thank God for that.
Yeah, we thank God for that. Saboba drowning case adjourned to December 13. I'll give you a bit of that. The Tamale District Court yesterday adjourned to December 13. The case in which the head teacher of St. Charles Luanga Junior High School in Saboba in the Northeast region, Emmanuel Tingia, has been accused of manslaughter. He had sent the children to work on his farm.
Yeah, we remember that story.
The unfortunate incident happened. And the Ghanaian Times editorial, go for COVID-19 jobs for herd immunity. And we have that target coming up, 20 million vaccinations. Now, senior high school students are also supposed to take the jabs.
The jab, yeah.
Yes. WHO stands with African nations to confront Omicron variant. Yeah, they've always stood with us. And that's the WHO Director for Africa, Dr. Matsidiso Moeti, speaking there. And China is pledging another 1 billion COVID-19 vaccine dose for Africa. Hooray. Anything that brings things to us, we're so happy about it.
We're happy about it.
Yeah. Yes, EPA relaunches source segregation program. So your refuse, you don't have to put all in one bin.
Okay.
You put the plastics here, you put the
biodegradables
and others. And there will be a lot of public education on it.
There has to be.
Yes, so that people know what it is. In countries where you have such a thing going on, the waste management is very easy.
Yeah.
In fact, it makes it cheaper. In some cases, the waste management companies will have to buy your waste.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
but you know, even here, there are the boys who walk around and buy like bottles, and they're collecting the rubbers and all those things. So it's definitely an industry that could be explored for some money.
Well, in politics, assembly members tasked to help citizenry appreciate government policies and engage properly for approval of 2022 budget. We talked about it a while ago. Ricketts Hagan, he's in Parliament. Minority Leader is also saying Parliament is bloated. A maximum of 200 MPs are needed. I agree. In fact, we need 100. We need maybe
reducing.
We need 2 MPs for each region. That should be enough.
But then it puts a lot of workload on the MP. Unless, of course, there's the MP, then there's an office of people underneath who are designated to the different...
Exactly. So we need professionals to do all the things, the committee work that they're doing. We need experts to be doing that.
But also, if the MMDCE, if that system is working, because they are on the ground, then, you kind of just report to that one MP in that 1 year.
You don't need that many MPs.
You don't need that many MPs.
There because
especially when MPs and MMDCs are fighting. Yeah, we saw that in the Medina, with Francis Sosu's case. Exactly.
Yes, that's what it is. So I think we actually need less of the MPs. So local government ministry launches food safety guidelines for MMDAs. Okay, this story is interesting. It borders on our health.
Okay.
The Ministry of Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development yesterday launched a food safety guidelines for metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies in the country. The 35-page book, which highlighted policy and institutional framework and food safety regime in Ghana, is to serve as a guide for MMDAs for effective monitoring, coordination and enforcement of the bylaws. Okay, basically how you keep the food safe.
Okay, that should be interesting. Let me do the daily guide really quickly. It's very thick today, but legal education, expand access, but don't sacrifice quality. President Akufo-Addo, I think that is the first thing that I agree with you this year. Expand access, but don't sacrifice. Every year there's law school issues. And I feel like it's just in Ghana that it's like it's so difficult to just like, why? Everywhere else you go, you get into law school. We all know that the bar exam worldwide is difficult, you know, but it's just, I don't get it. Anyway, hopefully...
I know some who tried the law school in Ghana. They were unsuccessful. They moved out of the country to other country. They
went
succeeded.
To law school.
They went to law school. And
because, you know, outside, like in the US, for example, in the UK, there's that, you know, that Makola, there's none of that.
Like
so you
that.
study for the bar exam.
Exactly.
And if you can pass it, then you pass it.
So be it, because majority of the lawyers we have in the world are not in the courtroom.
No,
they're
not.
actually in other areas.
Exactly.
Helping out with legal issues. So
exactly.
Yes, we need a lot of lawyers in the corporate world as well. So it's not just the courtroom. If the courtroom is full, no, don't worry about that.
There are other things, you know. Lots of people getting divorces and stuff.
You know.
So, anxiety over 2022 budget. Experts call for consensus building. SNIT's pension scheme intact and arrest to sue the court is ordering. Okay, some international news. Africa-China summit discuss enhanced cooperation. Ramaphosa calls for lifting of Omicron travel bans. South Africa's president has condemned travel bans enacted against his country and its neighbors over the new COVID-19 Omicron. There's a part of me that just wants to say everybody should just stay put for now, you know, so that we just contain it. Because we know that traveling and the back and forth, you know, kind of increases all of that. So just... You know, but you know, I was asking Echo, I think yesterday or so, that you remember that Dr. Awal said that we were going to be expecting 150,000 tourists for Christmas. And this was before the Omicron. So I have major concerns if we're still going to be expecting the 150,000, if our airports you know, have the capacity to do the needed testing and the diligence that it will take to make sure that people are self-isolating. It's a lot. And besides, how do you want to come to Ghana, do a test, and then be in isolation for how many days?
Yeah.
If you're coming for 14 days or 10 days.
There'll be no point in making that trip at all.
At all.
So there's history to guide us. You recall when we were fighting Delta, we intensified patrols at the borders and also heightened our surveillance at the, especially Kotoka International Airports. But we ended up getting that here. Yeah. So, well...
We need to be careful.
Omicron would definitely get to Ghana
if it's not here already.
Still allowing people, if it's not here already.
Yeah.
You know, it's the nature of this virus. It will take about 2 weeks for it to incubate. So even if you catch it in 2 weeks, so that's before you are detected, you may have spread it to a lot of people already.
Wow.
And so, yes, we are just looking for it. I'm sure it's here already.
And Fred, we also remember what happened last year, Christmas, when we let our guard down. We lost 330 people in January, which was the highest number of deaths that we saw with COVID-19. So we know that December and Christmas is a very hectic or critical time for us.
We have a big opportunity to compare this Christmas to the last one, where we also had election. The politicians went on campaigning. They have always disputed that the campaigns contributed. That's fine. So we have one opportunity to compare.
That should be interesting. Okay. Expand access, don't sacrifice quality. Northna must lead NPP in 2024.
Why?
That's according to Nana Obriboahe. First says why. I think many of our party members will side with me that the time for Northna to lead the NPP into elections is now. Actually, the time for a competent flag bearer to lead NPP or whatever political party is now. I don't know why it has to be... Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. ECG Volta lights up Povi police barrier. Okay, so this the special supplement is opportunities in hospitality and tourism, aftermath of COVID-19. So it's about tourism. And every time we have like a wave or something, my heart breaks for the tourism industry, hotels and stuff. Because they really, Shraj entreats Parliament to tread carefully on LGBTQI+ bill. Yesterday, I heard something about sex toys being added to the things that shouldn't be legal. So I think I'm going to have a show on Strong and Sassy about that.
Very complex issue. LGBTQI.
It's becoming more complex as well.
It's not just in Ghana.
Yeah, no, I know.
Around the world, everywhere. In fact, including countries where they've legalized it, they still have majority of the people still opposed to it.
Okay, new legal profession bill in the offing. That's according to Godfred Adame. Looks like the Attorney General has been very busy these days. So change is always good, especially if it's good. IGP arrests careless driver. We're ready to partner private sector. That's according to the Education Minister. Let me just wrap up. Vocational education is key. Dr. Kwabena Dufour. So yesterday he had an event. And actually he'll be speaking on the Super Morning Show this morning from 8:30. So something to look forward to as well, so if you're interested. Okay, let me just do some sports. Kempon Academy to feed Kotoko with talent. Has sealed 1 million CD deal with NLA. GAA lifts Martha Bissa's ban. Best Fisher to receive 2-bedroom house. Friday is Farmers' Day. And 2 held over arms importation. That's it for me for the Daily
All right, so I have the Business and Financial Times. And you realize we've been talking about the budget and its rejection, the controversy that has shrouded it. So we have the Institute of Statistical, Social and Economic Research, ISE, doing its own analysis of the 2022 budget. And here's what they think. They said the e-levy rate is punitive. 1.75 is what the e-levy is, the proposal. And they are proposing that it is reviewed to 0.5%. We can live with that.
I think we can live with that.
Yeah, we can live with that. So, fulfill promise on lump sum payments to 2020-2021 retirees. That's from the TUC to government. Oil Blocks 2 and 3 agreement to be laid before Parliament next month. GIPS Services records 146% growth in first to third quarter. Okay, so that's the interbank payment systems. So you're talking about the QR code payment system, the bank cards, the ATM cards, and so on. A lot of people are using those. That is a massive step towards our digitalization agenda. Securities and Exchange Commission stresses shared responsibility in investment decision-making as Tessa Capital unveils a trail of collective investment scheme or investment scheme-focused products. Okay, there was a launch there. Tourism Minister to provide $400,000 ultra-modern ICT facility to his alma mater. Anyway, it's the same place Mahama built the dormitory. Okay. That school is blessed.
That school is blessed. It's true, isn't it?
Executive Chair of KGL Group chairs GIPC board. Okay, congrats to him. The TUC story I brought to you comes with Dr. Anthony Yauba, who is the General Secretary. Okay. And he's been talking about the promises the government made to those who retired in 2020 and 2021, that the government must make sure they fulfill those promises. And I'll move to other stories here. Employment versus entrepreneurship challenge.
That's a big one
winning.
This year.
It's a nice article by Mike Osikoya. He is the CEO of McKinsey Consulting. Okay, so that's an expert writing for the Business and Financial Times there. Tourism Minister to provide, okay, we talked about that. GOIL launches 2021 ASEDA promotion. Okay, employment, the other one we talked about, And the paper also profiles African or Ghanaian players abroad, and key amongst them is Thomas Partey.
Interesting. Okay.
Thomas Partey is doing very well. He's been impressing. Yes, but we know there's more to come from him.
I'm also looking forward to the young boy who plays for Roma. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, the
Afeni Jan.
Yes.
Who was discovered. He went under 8 and scored 2 goals for them. So really looking forward to his performance as well in the next few years.
Yeah, that guy is also blessed.
Yeah, he is.
We pray that he succeeds at Roma.
Hallelujah.
Yes. How Africa Cup of Nations will hit English Premier League. Okay, there's another analysis there from on the upcoming AFCON. Partey is coming, Obama. A lot of African players in the English League will not be available.
Yeah.
And so the teams will have to do. Some of them will even have to, buy new players as they.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, a lot of these players were not actually taking from Africa. A lot of them were living, in the UK or whatever, born there and all of that. And then, we want to lay claim to them when we're doing our things, expect that, they will come and play for their countries. But sometimes I'm like, actually, yeah, they're Ghanaian, but they're not actually Ghanaian because they didn't live here, they didn't grow up here, and they're trying to make their own lives. Let's leave them alone to succeed and stop this come and play for Africa.
Well, once you have your blood somewhere, you definitely want to make use of them, especially if they are talented. You want to tap into that, and
we should focus on people who are here who don't have the opportunities.
But even if they do well here, they'll still go out. So yeah, it ends up at the same point.
Okay, Fredibles.
Yes. All right, so that's it for the FIFA.
Let me do some international stories from the Daily Guide. COVID, South Africa's president calls for lifting of ban. Twitter boss Jack Dorsey steps down. Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey is stepping down. He'll be replaced by the current chief technical officer. He co-founded Twitter in 2006 and has been serving as CEO of both Twitter and payments firm Square. Now he says it's finally time for me to leave, and he's ready to move on. He's placed his trust in his replacement, and is deeply grateful for his skill, heart, and soul. And it's his time to lead. Wow, okay. Sweden's first female PM returns after resignation, and 7 die after eating poisonous turtle meat. So 7 people in Tanzania. What were you doing eating turtle meat? Anyway, apparently it was poisonous.
You people eat akokno and so on.
What is akokno? What is akokno?
You don't know akokno?
No, what is akokno?
I guess I want to show you what it is. Akokno is, how do I describe it? That's like what you call, it's a big maggot.
Ew.
Ew.
And it comes from the palm tree, apparently.
Yeah.
So what do? Do they fry it and use it for stir-fried noodles or indomie?
I understand it's very nice.
Oh my God.
Okay. It's like when I went to China and went somewhere with the professor, and he was talking about snakes and how they. I asked him, do you eat the snake? He said, yes, very, very delicious.
Oh my God. Very delicious. Oh, okay. Let's move on to some entertainment. No akokno, no thank you. Stonebwoy jabs Rocky Dawuni. Stonebwoy Rocky Dawuni have been in a sort of about the Grammy nominations, because Rocky Dawuni was nominated for the Grammys, and Stonebwoy, apparently some people are saying he was nominated because he featured on some of the albums that were nominated. And Rocky Dawuni is like, that's not how it works, bro. That's not how it works. Anyway, so they are at it. I was stopped from performing in church. Okay, she was invited to perform at her church's revival because she was not in heels. Okay. Anyways, I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. And then, of course, all the other stories. Back page. I will never forget Otumfuo. Kempon declares Rangnick is Man U's new manager. FIFA hails beach soccer pioneers. That's it for the Daily Guide. Shall we go to myjoyonline.com? Let's quickly run through the headlines that we have on there. myjoyonline.com, please. Okay, so we're going to go through myjoyonline.com, and then we're going to go for sports. And then when we come back, we'll get into all our conversations. So majority and minority meet separately ahead of fresh discussions on 2022 budget. Oh, Fred, okay, that's what you were telling us.
Yeah.
And then Dufour, a job is much more than an income. It is a key to dignity, self-reliance, and empowerment. And I must agree, Charlie, you know what it's like to be jobless. When was the last time you were jobless, unemployed? Charlie, you get depression at once. It's not easy. We thank God for our jobs.
It's worse when you see people going to work in the morning.
I know. And the day is just looming ahead of you. And you don't know what to do. Yeah. And your money is finishing. Charlie. Rawlings receives lifetime recognition at Ghana Energy Awards. Ghana is not a secular state, that's according to Sam George. Implementing e-levy amounts to double taxation. That's Dufour to government. I mean, so obviously, with Kwabena Dufour speaking out a lot, I'm beginning to look like he actually is going to go after that NDC.
Yeah.
Because it's like out of the shadows into the lights.
He's positioning himself.
Yes, positioning himself.
For that position. And I'm not surprised because in the last few months, he's been doing few things for people to see him. So the visibility now is there.
Yeah.
Will he be able to
beat Mahama?
Beat John Mahama, who's run for the party for many years
and been president?
Been president.
We don't know.
One last opportunity to govern. And so, yeah, I mean, the dynamics are different. So let's see what NDC members will present to us Ghanaians.
As their flag bearer.
Yes.
And NPP as well, actually.
And NPP, so you have to check who the NPP is bringing.
And who can match them from the side.
From the NDC
It's going to be an interesting 2024. I was going to say I can't wait, but 2024 also means that we will be older and hitting our 40s, so we can't wait. Anyways, thank you so much, Fred, for crossing over to join us. Fred Smith, editor from Joy 99.7 FM. Thank you so much. Okay, so you've heard of 5%, 10%, 15%, 20% discounts, but never 50%. Well, Sethi Realty is offering 50% discounts on their dwelling properties. Prices are starting from 210,000 Ghana cedis. Now, that's just like buying a brand new car. This offer is for a limited time and it's on selected units. Terms and conditions apply. So if you're looking for a 2 or 3 bedroom home in a gated community, make sure you call Sethi Realty on 055-143-5555 or 055-143-8888. Or you can visit them online, www.nyamedriagh.com. So we are going to go for a quick break. Remember, that's the Multimedia Group and Ghana Health Service, IALSO Central, have extended the vaccination campaign to today, Tuesday, November 30th. So if you're above 15 years old and you haven't taken your vaccine, please join us at the Joy FM car park. If you'd like to attend any of our programs, Family Party in the Park, Adum TV 9 lessons and carols and all of that, then you're being encouraged to get vaccinated. Remember that we're getting to the point where for you to enter into a public space, a concert or whatever, you will have to show that you've been vaccinated. So pop by Joy FM and let's save your life.
And that's actually free.
It's free.
Free.
It's free. All right, so we're going to go for the sports, and when we come back, we'll be having that conversation about the budget and what to expect. Today, we're eyes and ears in Parliament. Also, we'll be talking about Omicron and how to stay safe and have a fun Christmas. Don't go anywhere. This is still the AM show.